In the dead of night, under a relentless downpour that turned the city streets into rivers of regret, single dad Alex Thompson stumbled upon a scene that would shatter his ordinary life forever. He was rushing home from his second job, his worn-out truck hydroplaning on the slick asphalt, when his headlights caught the twisted wreckage of a luxury sedan wrapped around a lamppost. Smoke billowed from the hood, and there, slumped against the steering wheel, was a woman, elegant even in her bloodied state, her designer suit torn and soaked. Her breaths came in shallow gasps, her eyes fluttering like a candle in the wind. Alex's heart pounded as he yanked open the door. "Hold on," he whispered, pulling her free just as the car erupted in flames behind them. But what happened next would shock the world, and leave Alex questioning everything he thought he knew about fate, love, and second chances. As the rain hammered down, Alex cradled the stranger in his arms, her pulse weak under his fingers. He dialed 911 with trembling hands, his mind racing to his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, waiting at home with the babysitter. "Stay with me," he urged the woman, her face pale and hauntingly beautiful under the streetlight's glow. Sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder, but time seemed to stretch into eternity. Would she make it? Or had Alex arrived too late to save her? Alex had always been the kind of man who blended into the background, a quiet mechanic by day, a delivery driver by night, scraping by in a cramped apartment on the outskirts of Chicago. His wife, Sarah, had passed away 3 years earlier from a sudden aneurysm, leaving him to raise Lily alone. The little girl with her mother's curly hair and infectious laugh was his entire world, but the bills piled up like unspoken accusations. Lily's asthma attacks meant frequent hospital visits, and Alex often skipped meals to ensure she had her inhalers. That night, as he sat in the ER waiting room, his clothes still damp and reeking of smoke, he wondered why he'd stopped at all. The doctors rushed the woman, identified as Elena Vasquez, the 42-year-old CEO of Vasquez Tech, a billion-dollar empire in AI and robotics, into surgery. "She's in critical condition," a nurse told him. "Internal bleeding, possible organ failure. You might have saved her life." Alex nodded numbly, but as he glanced at his phone, a text from the babysitter flashed, "Lily's coughing bad. When are you home?" Guilt twisted in his gut. He couldn't afford another night off work. Hours ticked by in the sterile hospital corridor, the fluorescent lights buzzing like trapped insects. Alex paced, his mind drifting to memories of Sarah, her warm smile on lazy Sundays, the way she'd sing Lily to sleep. He'd sworn off romance after her death. Who had time for love when survival was a daily battle? Finally, a doctor emerged, scrubbing a hand over his face. "Ms. Vasquez is stable for now, but it's touch and go. She wants to see you," the man who pulled her out. Alex's brow furrowed. Why him? As he entered the room, Elena lay there, hooked to machines that beeped rhythmically, her dark eyes locking onto his with an intensity that made his skin prickle. You saved me," she whispered, her voice hoarse. "I don't even know your name." "Alex," he replied, shifting uncomfortably. She reached out a frail hand, gripping his. "Thank you, Alex. But there's something you need to know." Her words trailed off as her eyes widened in pain, the monitors screaming in alarm. Nurses rushed in, pushing him aside. What secret was she about to reveal? And why did it feel like his life was about to unravel? The next morning, Alex returned home to find Lily curled up on the couch, her small chest rising and falling unevenly. "Daddy, I missed you," she murmured, hugging him tightly. He held her close, inhaling the scent of her strawberry shampoo, vowing to protect her from the world's cruelties. But the incident with Elena lingered like a shadow. News outlets buzzed with the story, tech mogul Elena Vasquez in near-fatal crash, saved by mystery hero. Reporters camped outside the hospital, and soon, they tracked Alex down. "You're a hero," one shouted, shoving a microphone in his face as he left for work. He waved them off, embarrassed. Fame wasn't his style, he just wanted to fix cars and tuck Lily in at night. Yet, Elena's assistant called that afternoon. "Ms. Vasquez insists on meeting you properly. She's offering to cover any expenses from last night." Alex hesitated, pride warred with necessity. Lily's next doctor's appointment loomed, and his truck needed repairs. Reluctantly, he agreed. Visiting Elena became a routine over the following weeks. She was a force of nature, even bedridden, sharp-witted, ambitious, with a laugh that cut through the hospital's gloom. Born to immigrant parents in Mexico, she'd clawed her way to the top, building Vasquez Tech from a garage startup into a global powerhouse. But success came at a cost. A loveless marriage ended in divorce, no children, and a diagnosis of advanced liver disease she'd hidden from the world. The crash wasn't just an accident, she confessed one evening, as sunlight filtered through the blinds. "I was driving too fast, distracted by the pain. Doctors say I need a transplant, but the wait list is endless." Alex listened, his heart aching for her isolation. He shared his own scars, Sarah's death, the loneliness of single parenthood, the fear that Lily might lose him too. Their conversations flowed like old friends reuniting, laced with vulnerability. Elena admired his quiet strength. Alex saw past her CEO facade to the woman yearning for connection. One day, as he helped her walk the halls for physical therapy, she leaned on him more than necessary. "Alex, you've given me hope," she said softly. Their eyes met, a spark igniting. But just as he leaned in, her phone rang, a board member demanding her return to work. "I have to go," she said, pulling away. Was this budding romance doomed before it began? As Elena recovered, she repaid Alex in ways he never expected. First, she anonymously donated to Lily's medical fund, covering treatments that eased the girl's asthma. Then, she offered Alex a job at Vasquez Tech, not as a mechanic, but in logistics, with a salary that tripled his income. "You're reliable, Alex. I need people like you," she explained over coffee in her penthouse, now discharged from the hospital. The view of the city skyline was breathtaking, a far cry from his dingy apartment. Lily adored her, calling her Aunt Elena during visits where they'd bake cookies or read stories. For the first time in years, Alex felt a glimmer of stability. But shadows loomed. Elena's health deteriorated, the transplant list moved agonizingly slow. "I'm fighting, but time's running out," she admitted one night, tears glistening. Alex held her, his feelings deepening into love. "We'll find a way," he promised. Yet, as they grew closer, whispers from Elena's past surfaced, rumors of cutthroat business deals, betrayed partners. One evening, a former colleague confronted Alex at a company event. "Watch your back. Elena's not who she seems." Alex brushed it off, but doubt crept in. That night, as he kissed Elena goodnight, she whispered, "There's something I haven't told you about the crash." Her voice faltered, and she collapsed, clutching her side. The ambulance sirens wailed again. What hidden truth was about to destroy everything? Weeks turned into months, and Alex's life transformed. With the new job, he moved Lily to a better school, where she thrived, making friends and joining art classes. Elena, between treatments, mentored him, teaching him about leadership and innovation. Their relationship blossomed, stolen moments in her office, weekend picnics with Lily, where laughter echoed like healing balm. But Elena's illness was a relentless enemy. Chemo sessions left her frail, her once vibrant energy dimmed. "I don't want to burden you," she said during a quiet dinner, her hand trembling as she set down her fork. Alex took it in his. "You're not a burden. You're my miracle." Tears streamed down her face. "Alex, before the crash, I was dying alone. Now, I have a family." They shared their first real kiss that night, under the stars on her balcony, a promise of forever amid uncertainty. Yet, challenges mounted. Lily's asthma flared during a harsh winter, landing her in the hospital. Alex juggled work and bedside vigils, exhaustion etching lines on his face. Elena, despite her own frailty, visited daily, reading to Lily and arranging top specialists. "She's like the mom I never had again," Lily confided to Alex, her eyes bright. But corporate intrigue reared its head. Elena's rivals at Vasquez Tech plotted a takeover, exploiting her weakness. "They want me out," she told Alex in a heated boardroom aftermath. "I've made enemies." Alex stood by her, using his newfound skills to uncover embezzlement evidence, turning the tide. The victory was sweet, but Elena's condition worsened. Doctors delivered grim news: without a transplant soon, she had months at best. Despair gripped Alex. "I can't lose you too," he pleaded. In a moment of desperation, he got tested as a donor, miraculously, a match. "I'll give you part of my liver," he declared. Elena protested, fearing the risks. "What about Lily?" But Alex was resolute. "This is for all of us." The surgery loomed like a storm cloud. Pre-op, Elena revealed her secret: "The night of the crash, I was on my way to end it all. The pain, the loneliness, it was too much. But you saved me from more than the wreck." Alex's world spun. She'd been suicidal? Shock gave way to deeper love. Her vulnerability made her human, relatable in her flaws. The operation was a success, but complications arose. Alex faced infection, Elena rejection risks. Days blurred in recovery rooms, Lily shuttled between relatives. Tension peaked when Elena's body fought the new liver, monitors blaring in crisis. "Fight, Elena," Alex urged from his bed across the hall. Would their love survive this final test? Miraculously, they pulled through. Elena's health stabilized, her energy returning like spring after winter. Alex recovered, stronger in body and spirit. Together, they rebuilt, Elena stepping back from CEO duties to focus on philanthropy, funding programs for single parents and health research. Alex rose in the company, his integrity earning respect. Lily flourished, her drawings now featuring a happy family of 3. One evening, under the same balcony stars, Alex proposed. "Will you marry me, Elena? Let's make this our forever." Tears of joy flowed as she said yes. Their story became a beacon, from a chance encounter in the rain to a family forged in fire. It taught that heroes aren't born, they're made in moments of kindness. That love can heal the deepest wounds, and second chances are worth every risk. Life's shocks aren't always endings, sometimes, they're beginnings. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button and subscribe for more inspiring tales that remind us of the power of human connection. Thanks for watching.